What's going on, guys? Roger here at QVO Tactical. Today we are out on the range testing out what is most likely going to be my new everyday carry. Guys, we're checking out a P365 build that you have not seen before. This is the Mischief Machine Commander Grip Module along with the new FDEZ FDEZ 4.3 inch, both ported and compensated barrel. Let's get into it. As always, guys, I want to give you full transparency on how we go about getting products here on the channel for review. We've been working with FDEZ Werks for a number of years, and William reached out and said, hey, got this whole new slide and barrel for the fuse link setup coming out. Would you want to check it out for a video? Of course, I said yes. I've been running his XXL setup as my EDC for the last couple of years, and you guys are going to see from this video, this is most likely going to be my new EDC. But William did send this out to us free of charge, so keep that in mind as you watch this video. Our buddy Joe over at Mischief Machine was talking to him about the video, and he sent out this really cool cobalt Cerakoted Commander grip length module. And yeah, so the TLR7HLX we did purchase ourselves, and Holosun, they are friends of ours. They sent out this EPS carry for the video. So any questions about that stuff, let us know down below, but I always want to give you full transparency. Now, let's get into the first rounds. All right, guys, first rounds through my potential new EDC carry. We got a Mischief Machine grip module, the FDEZ FDEZ 4.3 inch setup here. This barrel is gradually ported as well as compensated at the end with, big old chunk port right there. But yeah, shooting some SuperVel 115. Let's see how these first rounds do. Here we go. Holy cow. That thing does not move. That felt really good. Balance feels really nice. Return to zero. I didn't really even notice the dot like moving or coming. It was just right in my field of view the whole time. I will say, I think my first two rounds I pulled left. Still got to zero the dot, but as I sped up, this is what I did. I believe these were I think I went 1, 2, 3, and then pulled it all back into the alpha zone. But yeah, that thing feels great. I like the length of the fuse. I'm curious to see what it's going to do for us in regards to accuracy with those ports and the compensator at the end, or the chunk port style cutout in the barrel. And then I'm also curious to see how it chronographs. But first I don't know, 15 to 17 rounds feel pretty good. Back here at 25 now, guys, we're going to see how the FDEZ 4.3 inch fuse barrel groups. Phone's recording downrange for you guys. It is ported and compensated, so let's see what the groupings are looking like back here at 25. Here we go. All right, let's go take a look. Down here at the target now, guys, very happy with this group. The only round off of the black circle was right here. So that's our furthest high round. The lowest one's gonna be, that is 1 5/8 of an inch at 25 yards with that little compact 4.3 inch barrel. Super happy with this. I mean, we got 2 rounds almost touching there without the flyer. It is actually it's just at 1 inch. But awesome to see this. We're a little high. My point of aim was here, so I'll just bring that down and adjust for that. But definitely the type of grouping that I want to see from a gun that I'm deciding to make, my new EDC carry. But this thing just feels solid in the hand. Time for some bill drills, guys. 7 yards out. Here we go. Let's see. Got a 222. First shot was a 136, best split was a 15. Looks like I went 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 4 Charlie, 2 Alpha. Cool target I just ordered, guys, from Magnum Targets. It's got a zone that kind of rings out differently than the C zone, but I like being able to do bill drills, and I want to show you guys alphas versus Charlies. So we know no matter what, we're gonna get a Charlie, and then if we have it here, we have some alphas. So yeah, I just hopped on their site. I got this for like $200-300. And we'll shoot some more. .219, First shot was a 134, and again, best split was 15. Whoop. And looks like I did 1, 2 alpha, and then strung it up. There's 2 in there. Man, this thing just stays so flat. There we go, got a 195. And first shot was a 110 that time. Again, best split was a 15. And this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. So 4 alpha, 2 Charlie on that one. Oh, actually, might have been 5 alpha because there's a headshot there. But yeah, sub 2-second build drill. I'll take the 4 or 5 alpha. Hey, you there. So, if you guys noticed, we just hit 150,000 subscribers, so thank you for the support, really appreciate it. But when I look at that stat, I also noticed that we had 2.4 million views. So, if you are the person watching this video right now and you haven't subscribed to the channel, hook a brother up, show us some support, hit that subscribe button. We appreciate it. Thanks. Now, piggybacking on the accuracy portion of the video, guys, we're back here at 50. I'm going to do some shots on that new target I just showed you guys, the one that's got the C-zone outer ring and then the yay zone in the center, and see if we get some shots. Here we go. Hey, I'm not going to press my luck. 3 out of 3. So, guys, again, I say this in all my videos. Would I take a shot at 50? I'm not going to say never, but highly unlikely. I'd probably try to, if I wanted to engage, get closer or disengage and just, get to cover. But the fact that I'm able to come back here at 50 with, this compact platform and present and miss, there it is. Okay, so 5 out of 6 now. But the fact that I'm able to come back here and do that, that gives me a lot of confidence in making this, an EDC carry gun. Now, you guys know when it comes to compensated and or ported firearms in this case, I like to shoot 3 different grains of 9mm ammunition for you guys in super slow motion. So we're going to record this 200 frames per second with different bullet weights. That way you guys can see how the recoil is looking with the 3 different grains. Comment down below what you guys think is the softest recoil that you're seeing here in the slow motion footage. So guys, as you can see, in different clothes now, we headed back home, finished up the video, and realized I wanted to come back out and make sure that I chronograph, the fuse setup with the ports and the compensated barrel against a standard fuse. Since they are both 4.3 inches in length, I know I was going to get questions about, hey, what's the velocity looking like with all those ports and the cutout in the barrel? So, got 3 different grains of 9mm ammunition from our friends over at SuperVel. So we have the 147, the 115, the 124s. We're also going to use the chronograph from Garmin. It's the Zero C1 Pro. Our friends over at Brownell sent this out to us. So if you're looking for one, definitely hit up Brownell's. If you're not familiar with Brownell's, guys, they are like the Amazon of the gun world. If they don't have the part, then you're not going to find it anywhere else. But appreciate Brownell sending this out to us. So get you guys this data. First thing, I'm going to shoot 5 rounds of some SuperVel 115 in the fuse, and then I'll load up 5 rounds in the FDEZ setup, and we'll compare it, and then we'll do the same for the 124s and the 147s. All right, here we go. Fuse first, 115s. Analyzing the first shot. Got 1114. $11.48. $11.53. $11.33. And the last one's going to be an 11.62. That should transfer over here for me. and we will take a look and compare it to the FDEZ 4.3 setup. So guys, looking at the data, I'm going to bring it up for you on two different screenshots here so you can see the phone as well as the unit itself. One thing that's really cool about this new Garmin unit, they did the contrast in black and white, so it doesn't matter how bright it is outside, you're going to be able to see what the readout looks like on the unit itself, which is really cool. I've had problems with previous chronographs being able to see what it actually says. But here in the app, it does sync with it and transfer the data over. We're looking at a minimum velocity of 1114, maximum 1162 with an average of 1142 feet per second out of the stock SIG fuse barrel. Now I put back on the FDEZ setup, so we got gradual ports with a large chunk port style cutout at the end of the barrel. Again, shooting some 115s, and we will see what the difference is. I'm already assuming there's going to be a loss, so I'm just curious if it's significant at all. So here we go, first shot. 1094, 1076. 1063, 1078, last one's a 1096. So again, we'll look at the data now. Coming to the session summary, 5 shots total, minimum was a 1063, maximum was a 1096, average was a 1081. So if we take 1142 and subtract 1081, we got 61 feet per second. So that's what you're looking at. Is that significant to me? Honestly, no. I was thinking it'd be maybe 100 with all those ports and the larger, cutout at the end. But 61 feet per second, in my opinion, is very negligible, especially with what you're getting. So I think the pros of having like pretty much recoil delete on this setup far outweigh losing 61 feet per second. Additionally, guys, if the average is 1081, so it's almost 1100 feet per second, I think we can all agree none of us are going to go downrange and stand in front of a bullet traveling at 1100 feet per second. So I'm going to do the same for shits and giggles with the 124 and the 147 for you guys. But for the 115, we're looking at a difference of 61 feet per second. So everybody, that's been in the comment section of like, oh, you're losing all the velocity, that thing's not going to do anything. I disagree. 61 feet per second, that's what you're saying, maybe like an inch difference on a barrel.
Yeah.
So there you go, guys. Now we have the SuperVel 124s, back to the stock fuse setup, 5 rounds loaded up, Garmin zeros ready to go. Here we go. 1048, 1060, 1057, 1072, 1064. So finishing this up, session summary on this. Minimum was 1048, max is 1072, average is 1060 on the 124s. So now we are going to switch it out to the FDEZ setup, and we'll see what the results are looking like. SuperVel 124s, FDEZ Fuse 4.3. Here we go. 1000, 975, 999, 1007, 1016. So let's look at this. Session summary. Minimum is 975, maximum is 1016, average of 999. So we'll come here. Previous average was 1060, so again, 61 feet per second difference. So it's pretty consistent, that's awesome. 1060 minus 999, let's just make sure. Yeah, 61 feet per second, my math is on. So there you go. With 124, it's going to be the same exact feet per second difference. Let's try the 147s. Now for some 147s, these are subsonic, 900 feet per second. So let's see out of the fuse setup from SIG, stock setup, what we're getting. And then we'll see it out of the FDEZ. Here we go. 912, 915, 917, 912, and 895. Looking at this session summary, minimum 895, maximum 917, and an average of 910 feet per second. So 10 over what the box was saying with this longer 4.3 inch barrel. Let's switch it up to the FDEZ now and see how it does. All right, 147s, FDEZ 4.3 inch, here we go. 860, 869, 859, 851, and 848. So we'll look at this session summary, compare it to the last. Minimum 848, maximum 869, average of 857. So we got a 910 here. So 910 minus 857, 53. So with 147s, you're going to be 8 feet per second more on the average there. So again, guys, talking 50 to 60 feet per second of difference. So you're going to lose 60 feet per second in velocity, you know, with running the fuse, the FDEZ fuse setup, the FDEZ 4.3 inch gradual ported and compensated barrel. And yeah, I stick to what I said with the first 115s. Very negligible in my opinion. I don't have any issues with that. I will take how flat this thing shoots over, you know, wanting that extra 60 feet per second. So let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you like this portion of the video. I know it can be kind of long and daunting, but I definitely want to get that data for you guys because I get a lot of questions about it. And of course we want to know how much, you know, velocity actually is being lost with these ports. Now it's time for final thoughts, guys. Marco is out at Nationals and Landon was not available for the range today, so that's why I decided to come out, shoot this video, because this is going to be my new EDC carry, guys. A couple things I want to talk about, why I decided to go with this, and also just, you know, overall thoughts on the whole platform. We are just over 400 rounds into it, not a single malfunction. Everything we shot, 115 certified select, so we shot 115 new, 115 reman, 124s, and 147s. The duty ammo that I carry are the Winchester Ranger 147, so that's what we actually shot that 25-yard grouping with. So just keep that in mind. When I come out to shoot, you know, guns that I'm going to carry, I want to zero with the ammo that I'm going to carry, and that's just the ammo I've been carrying for years. I really like it. So that's the grouping I was able to get at that 25-yard distance. But the gun shot extremely flat, guys. Like I barely noticed the slide cycling in regards to like how the dot is. It's already super fast in other guns, but with this, it's just, you know, the porting and the compensated barrel and slide just do wonders. This isn't, you know, a shorter barrel with a compensated slide. It's actual, the ports and the comp is built into both the barrel and the slide. So the barrel is an actual full length 4.3 inch. One thing I thought I was going to have an issue with was heat. You know, when we shot that fuse video, that gun heated, got really, really hot. This, not at all. You know, it got warm, but I was able to touch it and mitigate it. A couple times I thought it was getting hot, but it actually turned out that I actually knuckled the light and my TLR7 HLX, which is on for like 5 minutes, and it got really hot. Speaking of that, you know, with how far back I run this light, I did notice a couple times of NDing the light with my knuckle. Not a huge issue, because if I'm pulling this thing out and shooting, you know, obviously I don't want to ND it if I'm searching and clearing my house, so that's something to keep in mind. But I'm digging everything about this setup. FDEZ, I think they did a great job. Everything from the serrations, the window cuts, the porting, the compensated barrel and slide, like it's all just well done. It's aesthetically pleasing. I really like this like rear serration that he has. He cuts into the slide, so like if you come back and do a slingshot type grab, it's got placement for you there. That kind of pulls in almost like a charging handle feel. The Mischief machine grip module, the reason I decided to go with this one, guys, when I present the gun, if I close my eyes and I just present, when I open my eyes, everything is lined up, and that tells me that it's very, very close, if not the same grip angle as a 1911 or 2011, which is what I'm used to. For me, those are just, they're innate. Like it's just naturally, like whenever I just present, the dot is literally, the dot and the irons are perfectly lined up, and it just makes it very easy to get on target and get your shots off quicker. And so that's why I'm running this grip module. I want the commander length, that way I can run the 17 round mags. I will say, I definitely want the magwell, so I think we're gonna be picking that up from Mischief Machine. They do make a magwell that goes to this. I think it interacts with this back strap. And for you guys out there like panels and stuff, all of these screw on. He's got different ones, palm swells, different stuff if you wanna, you know, kind of customize it to your hand. But yeah, I think it's a very, very awesome functional setup. It did great for us in regards to accuracy, in regards to function, not a single malfunction in over 400 rounds. And then aesthetically, it's just beautiful. Like this thing, the gray and the black, everything about it just looks solid. Yeah, so this thing performed and it looks great, and that's why it's going to be my new carry. Every time I decide to switch up to a new carry gun, it's very similar to what I was carrying before. I was running the FDEZ XXL setup with an Icarus grip module, which I still like those grip modules. They're awesome too, but I think I'm going to try this out because that just natural presentation is freaking awesome. But if you guys have any questions, let me know down below in the comment section. I'd be happy to answer them for you guys. I am using the FCU and the trigger that came off of the fuse. The fuse slide has been retired to the shop. Unfortunately, I can't use that gun because of how hot it got and the consistent malfunctions we were getting, so that gun's now being used for holster fitment. So if you guys order, you know, holsters for a fuse or for this setup, we're gonna have you covered. And speaking of holsters, I'm gonna give you guys a sneak preview at something that this is the first production model. I've been wearing a prototype model for the last 7 months. You guys have been asking for this for a while, and here it is. You guys are seeing it. A few people are running, you know, prototype setups, but this is the Wingman Flex, guys. This is the missing piece that finally came in. I have been doing so much research between different options to make a two-piece design for you guys. It's one of the questions we get a lot. But this special polymer material here, we'll tell you more about it when we do the full video on it. But this stuff, I had Gil, our other camera guy, I had him doing, he's 180 pounds, and I had him, we tied strings onto this and he was doing pull-ups with this little piece and it wasn't breaking. So that's our scientific experiment. It's gonna be pretty solid. But yes, you guys can see it flexes and contours to your body. So all of you guys out there that want, you know, the flexible two-piece design because you're either skinnier or you're heavier or you want something, you're gonna have that very soon. Don't you worry, it's coming out this year. Most likely, guys, around Black Friday, if not after, only because this piece right here, I want to make sure we get in every single color that we offer. We are big on your holster functioning, guys, but we're also really big on the holster being aesthetically pleasing. You know, I'm not saying function, I'm not saying aesthetics over function. What I'm saying is you can have a win-win. You can have both. Your holster can look as cool and as good as it functions. So here you go. You're seeing it first time. I know I'm gonna get a bunch of questions. Guys, there'll be a full video coming out, so please hold those questions. But yes, this is the first production model I've been wearing and using for the last 7 months, the pre-production model, a prototype that we designed 7 months ago. So bunch of stuff, really happy about this, really excited. I've been wanting to share this with you guys for a minute. There's so many things to talk about it, but video coming soon. Anyway, guys, that's the video though on this new 365 setup, the FDEZ Fuse 4.3 inch on a Mischief Machine Commander grip module. Any questions, let me know down below in the comment section. Really appreciate the support from all you guys. Definitely all of you that like and subscribe to our channel, greatly appreciate that. SuperVel is awesome as well. Can't do this without them. Their support's awesome. So as always, appreciate it. We'll see you in the next one.